partnership with, within the school district, but also a little bit more convenient for parents when we kind of rotate through the community. So as I said, every school break, we are offering day camp. We usually do 2 different or 3 different types of camps. We have our traditional day camps. So those are very age specific. They're broken up into different age groups, and they do full day programming, which includes arts, crafts, games, and then we always do a STEAM activity rotation style for each of the groups. We sing songs, we have morning rallies and closing rallies, and we just have a lot of great energy from our day camp team. And then parents have the option to also sign up for specialty camps. And what a specialty camp is that we do about a 4-hour focus on what kind of specialty offering the parent and the child would want. So this summer, we've got things like dance, archery, theater, robotics, sports camps, swimming, outrageous art, enchanted fairies, which is a really popular one for boys and girls in our community. It has sold out this week, and it's just the most adorable thing you would ever see in your life. And then we also have, this summer, we brought back our teen focused camps. We haven't been able to bring them back through the pandemic. We have been offering day camps since summer 2020. And so we never really shut day camp down. We took a little bit of a hiatus for a spring break when COVID hit, but then after that, we really came back full force, being able to offer day camp to our community through the entire pandemic. So this summer, we were able to bring back our Leaders in Training program, which is a workforce development program for teens. And basically what it does, it's a week-long training session for the teens where they learn about resume building. They go through our entire staff training. They get
you just have to
they do mock interviews, all of those kinds of things. And then after the week of training where they get certified, then they can do some field work where they actually can gain their community service hours for high school graduation. So it's really awesome. This week, last week, we had 11 teens in the training. Next week, we also have another 11. And so we're really excited that those camps are coming back in a good full force for the teens in our community. Okay, so obviously summer means swimming to so many people in our community. And so we do have, our pool is busting at the seams. We are serving so many kiddos and families and members at our pool. So not only, of course, is swimming a healthy activity, it really exercises the entire body. And we are focusing on skills in regards to saving lives and, of course, enriching them. This summer, we're super proud that we have gotten several grants to offer free swim lessons to our community for safety around water. And that particular grant is focused on our most vulnerable communities. And so we're looking at partnering with the school district to identify the unduplicated student population and getting them some free swim lessons. And then we also got a grant from the Drowning Prevention that is also providing some free swim lessons to our community. And then during the school year, we're actually partnered with Discovery Charter School, and we're offering 2nd grade free swim lessons to their entire population. So it's very easy for them because they're walking distance to our pool. So we'll gain that program back as well. So if you ever want to jump in the pool and get a beautiful tan out on the pool deck, come on over and see us in our aquatics department. Next slide. So this summer we have, this is a brand new program called Summer Junior Academy. It is in partnership with CWSL. They have received some new from the state called Expanded Learning Opportunities Program. And the premise is that during the school breaks for 30 days during all of the breaks combined, we're going to be offering a full day program of enrichment activities to that unduplicated student population through the school district. This summer is our very first summer. This is our second week, but so far so good. We are at 4 different elementary schools through the district and serving 140 kids per school in a full day program. So some of those kiddos will go to summer school and then come to us. And then, but the majority of the kids are with us from 7:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. And we're doing some fun enrichment activities like going to the Living Coast Discovery Center, the San Diego Zoo, and bringing them over to our Y to do some swimming. The program runs from June 7th until July 1st. So the full length of the summer school program, with the exception of that we are closed during CVSD holidays. And then I wanted to share with everybody, we have lots and lots of job opportunities. If there's anybody that is looking for part-time or full-time work, we've got some opportunity within our before and after school programs as youth leaders. We have a high need of maintenance technicians within our facilities department as well. And then our health and wellness department is hiring some personal trainers. Our aquatics department is also looking for some lifeguards. And if you really love the water and you want to like have, you know, blend dance and water all together, then you can become a group or a water exercise instructor. So we're looking for them as well. Go ahead to the next slide. So we do have 2 really awesome opportunities where we are trying to get the word out about some of the positions that we have. This Thursday, we're actually hosting a job fair at our facility at 1201 Paseo Magda from 10 to 1. Our talent acquisition department is going to be out in our front area of our branch, promoting all of the jobs and trying to recruit some additional employment. So if you have anybody that is looking for something part-time, full-time, whatever the case is, send them over to our website, YMCASD.org, and see all the different offerings that are available, especially here in South Bay. And then the second really cool opportunity, and this is kind of new to us, but June 22nd, we're in partnership with Southwestern Community College, and we're doing an Instagram takeover. And so we're going to be doing different posts and videos all about the opportunities to work at the Y, as well as all the different program offerings that we have at the Y. And that is it. Thank you, Omar. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Great job. Thank you, Wendy. Alicia, I don't see any in the chat. I guess I have one question that, what if a program is a little bit out of their price range for any of the families? Is there any assistance for that?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Omar. Way to tee that one up. Yes, the YMCA, not only do we have some grant opportunities where we are servicing families who can't afford the programs, but we also have our scholarship program. So every single year we participate in an annual support campaign. And that is where our community, our board members, our staff, we go out into the community and we raise money in order to offer scholarships. So this year we actually exceeded our goal. So we are giving out scholarship funds for any family who cannot afford, whether it's a membership or a program or any of those kinds of things. So we've got scholarships available.
Awesome. We have a request. If you can put the link for the job listings in the chat.
Yes.
And then do you have a waiting list for childcare?
Yes and no. It really depends on what school site in regards to wait lists for childcare. So it really depends on the school site. It varies by school site.
Okay, and as far as like YMCAs across the county, one of the questions is, do all the Ys have similar programs?
Also, yes and no. So some of them have similar programs. I had Eva sitting there laughing at me as I say this, but it's the same thing, right? Yes, we do offer some of the similar programs that at any of the Ys throughout San Diego. So you're always going to be able to find, swim lessons for those people that are, that have pools open. Some pools are not open. Some branches are still reopening in a phased approach. From the pandemic. So we're just trying to, offer as much that we can currently to each of the communities. So things like exercise classes, those are going to be, offered at, I believe, every single Y within our community at this point. So things, we've got gymnasiums, we've got, where you could play basketball, and then you've got your fitness centers that are pretty universal. You've got day camps that are pretty universal, at least regionally within our YMCA. And then the childcare piece is a little funky because it depends on if you've got parent paid programs versus state funded programs.
I think these are all great options and great activities for summertime. I'm a huge fan and was what we call the YMCA brat growing up, attending all the childcare and the leaders and training programs. And I just thought they were phenomenal programs. It was so much fun and built so many core memories. So thank you, Wendy. I don't think I see any new questions. No, there's no additional questions. But thank you so much, Wendy, for sharing so many activities that parents can sign their kids up for the summertime. And especially coming off of like pandemic and there was a lot of lost activities and opportunities. It's great for these kids to be able to get out and just explore. So thank you so much for coming out.
You're welcome, Omar.
Or logging in, I should say.
Anytime.
All right, great. And let's see, our next presenter, through Mothers Inspiring Healthy Actions, if Ms. Becky Marquez is logged in, I think I see her. There she is. Ms. Marquez, we have your PowerPoint set up and ready to go. So just take it away.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, my name is Becky Marquez. I'm an assistant professor from UC San Diego. I love this group. I actually started coming to these groups off and on when I first moved here 12 years ago. And I think it's been super helpful for me in not only reaching out to the community, but also learning about these amazing resources that we then get to compile and give to families participating in groups that I've run. So who am I? So like I said, I'm a professor at UC San Diego, and I do research on obesity. So I develop programs to help families manage their weight through nutrition and physical activity. And so I recently got a grant to offer a bigger program than I was offering pre-COVID to Mexican American families. And so what the program entails is basically nutrition and physical activity counseling with a family counseling tinge. I also have training in family therapy. So I like to work with families and provide them some relationship skills, because we find that when we engage families in these lifestyle programs, it's important to give them skills so that they support each other in a meaningful way. Also, most of our families are bicultural. Mothers are either born and raised in Mexico and daughters are born and raised here. So there's a lot of cultural issues that come about. And I think, I found it's really helpful to address some of those issues with some of these programs, because then they can hopefully work together and have a better understanding of each other. So that's the MIHA program, trying to get mothers and daughters to support each other and work together with a weight management goal. This is a program at no cost because we're funded by the National Institutes of Health. I actually had a program pre-COVID. It was a small pilot program, and we were very successful. Most of our families have always come from the South Bay. Unfortunately, due to some of the COVID restrictions, we are offering the program up here in La Jolla, which is not ideal. But we are hoping either through this meeting here to reach out to anyone who would be interested in partnering with us. I know with the COVID pandemic, things have been fairly limited, but we would love to partner with any agency or group down in the South Bay so we can offer the program down there. Like I said, in the past and currently, our families come from the South Bay, so they commute up here. The program, again, is available at no cost, but with gas prices currently, we've heard it from families that it's become challenging. So we would love to be able to offer the program out in the community. So what is the MIHA program involved? It's, like I said, a nutrition physical activity program. So families come to weekly sessions. It's a group-based session. So they join other families and they learn about nutrition, physical activity, but it's a behavioral counseling program. So it really focuses a lot on behavioral strategies. So it's not necessarily a class, but it is a counseling program where they learn about behavior change. And like I said, it has a family counseling tinge. So they learn a lot about communication, conflict resolution, kind of ways to help them work together. And so because we are a study where we do measurements before and after the program to see if the program has been helpful to the families, helping them lose weight, because that's the main goal. And so we're funded through a specific institute that's focused on diabetes. So our goal is to reduce the risk of diabetes, particularly in our daughters who are between the ages of 18 and 30, and mothers. We have a high prevalence of diabetes in our mothers. So the goal is to help them manage their diabetes. So we do some measurements with hemoglobin A1C before and after. And all the families get the reports of their all the measurements. So we don't just keep that data. We actually give it to the family right there and then, and we give them a little bit of counseling to see, if that makes a difference in terms of them changing their behavior. Well, we are focused only on mothers and daughters. The reason why that is because there's a high prevalence of obesity and diabetes among Mexican American women. And so we often find that we have questions about other family members. And so while other family members aren't specifically in the program, we do recruit family members and we measure their nutrition, physical activity, and weight changes throughout the program. Because what we've learned is that when mother and daughter make changes, other family members also make changes. So now we're tracking that. So we have in the program partners, we have small children, we have grandparents. And so the goal is to see if whether by targeting mothers and daughters, if that has kind of like a ripple effect or an amplifying effect. It's something that we try to study in public health to see if we can affect groups, families, systems without having to necessarily treat every individual, which is not very cost effective. So we're hoping that by, targeting mothers and daughters, that we can reach other family members indirectly, right? Because usually mom is the one who may take a lead with some of the eating and physical activity habits at home. So that's kind of what we're studying. Again, we've had a pilot previously, so we do have some understanding of the dynamics and what goes on in these families. So we're pretty optimistic that even with COVID right now, that we'll be able to recruit enough families. We currently have one program going, and we just got funded in August of last year. So we just started our first program. And so the program will continue on. It's a 6-month program. We'll continue on to the fall, and then we'll start recruiting other families. And so I would really love it if you can just share this information with your families or anyone you think would be interested, because really these grants get funded with the hope that we'll be able to reach community. And if we don't get a good enrollment, then the government is likely not to fund these programs again. So I really just would appreciate you kind of spreading the word. If you go to the next slide. So I have a little small clip of the pilot program that we had, and it gives you kind of an idea of what the MIHA program, MIHA, Mothers Inspiring Healthy Actions, it's a play on our bilingual families, our bicultural families. So the MIHA program started again as a pilot. And so now we have the full program that's fully funded. So I wanted to give you kind of an idea of what is involved, a little bit of background. I think me talking is one thing, but if you have some visuals, you can appreciate all that goes into it. Families come every week. Like I said, they engage in nutrition, physical activity, education, but they do a lot of also physical activity. I'm also a certified yoga instructor, so I use a lot of partner yoga to get the mothers and daughters to work together. I feel like oftentimes when you have mothers and daughters, it could be challenging because they have a lot of history, but I think when you use something like partner yoga, it really is just a really intimate thing. And sometimes we hear that from mothers that it's the first time they're touching their baby girls in a certain way since they were itty bitty. So I'll go ahead and go to the next slide, or the slide with the video. Oops, we came out. So I can share what I have if Omar, if you can't grab it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll give you sharing rights, so you go ahead and share that slide in the short clip.
Let's see. Oh, it's not letting me do the web, but it was in the PowerPoint. So if you can pull up the PowerPoint.
I'm gonna give it a try. So it's not letting us click on. Give us a second.
Okay.
It looks like we're being blocked.
Okay. Well, then why don't I just go to my YouTube thing and I'll go ahead and see if I can share it.
Okay. So as you look for that, I'm hearing there's no opportunity for a MIHA weight loss program.
I know. You know what? We were funded only for women because of the high prevalence. And we would love to have a MIHA, but men, honestly, it's been super challenging to recruit. And we needed to start with women because women, you know, most of our, if not ever, all the calls are for women. So the next step would probably be to target men.
Okay. I will help you target men. And
yeah, there definitely is a need. And we actually do, whoever calls and we don't, because we get a lot of calls for like little children, and our participants are 18 to 65, right? We focus on young adult women as daughters because they're generally at higher risk for obesity because they're making the transition from like high school now to adulthood. And so it's just a really interesting group to target because of just a lot of mental health issues and things like that. But we get a lot of calls from other people who aren't eligible, and we keep a list. So if there's men who call who aren't eligible, we keep a list because the idea is in the future, we plan to have a program to, you know, address different demographics. So
yeah, great. I'll be the first MIHA.
Oh my gosh, that would be great. Can you see this here?
We can. I just want to make sure when you hit share, there's always like, there's an option to share audio as well.
Okay.
And that we need to click. I always forget to do that. So I've committed that error many times and now it's ingrained in my head.
Okay, so let me, share.
And then there's like a sliding tab where it says like include audio.
Oh, I see. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, click, yeah.
Okay, so you can see the YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead and play this. Let me know if you can't hear it.
We can hear it.
Good.
That was great. Let's see, raise your virtual hand if you were dancing at your seat. I was.
Great. Well, anyway, well, thank you for the opportunity. Again, if you are interested in learning more, please contact me or look at our website, find some way to kind of share what we offer. Again, we just started. The grant is 5 years. So basically over 5 years, we'll be recruiting families. And if you would be interested in having me give a presentation or anything like that, I would be happy. I think it's important to get the word out. This is kind of one of the first of its kind. So we're hoping to have good success and show the government that these communities are worth investing in and that we can have some positive impact in these families. So if there's any questions, I can answer the questions. If not, please feel free to contact me. I, like Wendy, am looking for other people to get involved. We are also recruiting at all levels, research assistants, dietitians, health educators, anything like that. I think in general, we're having a COVID challenge in terms of hiring people here at UCSD. So if you know any people who may be interested in coming on board as well, we're hiring because, again, it's a 5-year program. So we're looking to expand our team. So anyway, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
That's great, Becky. I think there's only a request, but I see that Becky shared that information in the chat. So you have an opportunity. She has her website, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and her email address in the chat. So if you'd like to reach out, and Becky, for sure, we would love to invite you to come out and present to our groups. And I'll be more than happy to help you with the recruitment efforts to invest in our families and our moms and daughters to be part of that group. I see no questions. I don't think there's any additional questions. But anyway, it's such a great program and great opportunity. Thank you for sharing with this group. All right, virtual round of applause. Okay, the quote, one of the quotes that stuck out is, "Go ask your mom." That's somebody's favorite dad quote is, "Go ask your mom." Let's see if I can find another quote. "You can choose to be sad or you can choose to be happy. It's your choice every day." Love that one. It's a great one. Hey, Rebecca, who do we have next? We have PCG, Public Consulting Group. So let's see. Do we have
Yes.
Miss Carol Crisp?
Yeah. Hi, Omar. Hi, everyone. It's Carol Crisp. I was going to turn my camera on, but as I did, all of a sudden I'm having Wi-Fi issues. So I will keep it off during the presentation. I'm sorry about not being able to smile and say hello to everybody in person, but well, virtual in person, I guess. But
No
yes,
problem.
if you could put the presentation up, that would be great if you have that.
Of course. Miss Becky Enriquez is getting that set up, and there it is.
Great. So as I said, I'm Carol Crisp with Public Consulting Group. I know many of you probably know who Public Consulting Group is, but I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. If you could go to the next slide. So we've actually been, we've had the contract, the county contract for the CalWorks and Welfare to Work program for, well, actually in the South Bay, we've had it for over 10 years. And it is the California representation of the what's called the Teenth program. It's at welfare. It's the Federal Welfare to Work Temporary Assistance to Needy Families. And it has helped. We've probably helped, I would say, over the years, thousands and thousands of San Diego families. It provides cash aid and services to families throughout the county. We actually have the South Bay, obviously Chula, Vista, and all the way to the border is one of our regions, as well as El Cajon and downtown San Diego, everything actually south of Miramar. You can go to the next slide, please. Yeah, so we actually provide services to refugee recipients as well. But the goal of the program is for our participants to become self-sufficient. That's the whole goal of this. And we provide CalWORKS child care authorization. We have offices, like I said, downtown San Diego, Chula Vista, and El Cajon. But again, this is all about getting folks, self-sufficient families back to work, back to school. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, this program does require people to participate and work within the program. So it does, people gain skills and resources through this as well. So if you can go to the next page, please. So some of the requirements to participate in this program, we get all of our referrals actually from the county. So people can't just come into our office and apply for services directly to us. We have to get a referral from the County of San Diego, but they can obviously go to the county offices and apply. Adults in a one-parent family with a child under 6 must participate 20 hours per week in what we call a welfare to work activity. Adults in a one-parent family with no child under 6 years of age must participate at least 30 hours per week in this welfare to work activity, and I'll go through what the activities are in a minute. Adults in a 2-parent family must participate at least 35 hours per week in a welfare to work activity. So there are requirements to receive these services and obviously to receive these monies. If you can go to the next slide, please. So some of the programs that we offer to, again, for our folks to gain self-sufficiency is what's called a work experience program, where they develop technical skills, job readiness skills. They're placed in a company and to gain that experience. We also have educational opportunities. We work really closely with all of the community colleges, Southwestern, Grossmont, the adult ed centers, the city college as well, of course. All of these programs, we are in combined, and as all of you, and I know I don't have to tell this group, it's really difficult to lift people out of poverty without opportunities in education and training. And that's the goal of this, is to provide all of this. So employment, full-time and part-time employment, and we have what's called an expanded subsidized employment program, and I'll get a little bit into that in a minute. So this is basically the 3 major programs that we work with throughout all 3 regions so our participants can gain self-sufficiency and eventually hopefully have a living wage where they can support their families. So going on to the next page, please. So in addition, before we get folks to some of these educational and employment opportunities, we do offer some destabilizing factors, and that's for mental health services, domestic violence services, alcohol and other drugs, learning disability services. Obviously, that's a big factor when we're dealing with many of our customers. Family stabilization services include homelessness prevention, transportation, emergency assistance. So all of these things are available to these families. So again, in coordination to get everyone to self-sufficiency. So you can move on to the next one, please. So the work experience program, it builds participant skills for employment and self-sufficiency. And this work experience program, it can be paid and non-paid. And if you can go to the next slide, please. We do have what's called a non-paid. It's for very entry level. Basically, it's for our customers who have never worked before. So it's kind of like a volunteer opportunity for them. And then we have work experience where they're paid. The county pays the participant to participate. It's part-time, but they do pay them. And it's expanded subsidized employment, which is direct employment. And I'll talk about that a little bit in a minute. Go right ahead. So with the work experience, it's a non-paid, like I said, program for participants. Now, I will tell you, because we have so many employers now with the way the economy is, and you all were talking about all the job openings you had, and I was really interested in that because we have a lot of job openings for our customers. So basically, many of our customers are going, of course, more for the paid experience, even if they don't have any experience, because employers are willing to bring them on without experience and train them up. So, but this is for folks who maybe are, you know, through this WEX program, you know, they've never really had an experience. They want to gain contacts and networking. They want to build self-esteem. And I think that's one of the biggest pieces to our program when we deal with many of our families or many of our parents. They need self-esteem. They haven't worked in a while. They've maybe been home, and they need to feel they can actually do this, you know, and it really is wonderful to see some of the transitions that we see from our clients that build these skills. So then they'll transition from this non-paid into a paid experience. And if you go to the next one, please. So this is paid hourly wage by the County of San Diego. The idea, again, is to transition into full-time. They learn career preparation. They, again, more building of self-esteem. They'll learn new skills. And the idea is to get them into a career that can sustain them. So this is one of the paid experiences. Oh, go to the next slide, please. So some of the responsibilities that we ask of our employers, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to present this today, because I know many of you may have opportunities for our customers that we're working with. And you know, certainly, you know, we do have a lot of opportunities, but we can always have more. And many of our customers do like working with nonprofit organizations. They want to give back. They've received a lot of services, and many of them do want to give back. So I think it would be definitely something if you're interested in participating as an employer, certainly contact me. They provide meaningful work experience and training for our customers. The employers do need to, you know, complete attendance reports and evaluations and approve time cards. So there is some paperwork involved. Provide feedback to the participants on their progress. And that's really important as well. Again, this is a growth opportunity for our customers. So we want to make sure that they get that they grow in this opportunity and they can move on in their careers. Provide information to PCG staff on participants' performance and evaluation. So we check up all the time when we have clients out in the field. You know, we work with the employer very closely, excuse me, to make sure that they understand that, you know, some of the things that the clients are trying to improve on in their skills. So if you can go to the next slide, please. So this is, oh, sorry. Oh, no. The ESC slide was the one right before the end. Sorry.
So we had twitchy finger.
Yes, exactly. One down. Thank you. Keep going. One more, I think. Nope, one more. One more, please. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I don't know. Go back one. I don't know why it keeps twitching like that, but okay, so it's called the Expanded Subsidized Employment Program. It's ESE. We work with the San Diego Career Centers. Many of you, I'm sure, are aware of the San Diego Career Centers throughout San Diego. And they have what's called an ESE program only for our particular participants. And this has been extremely popular with employers, obviously. For 6 months, they are paid wage reimbursement, again, through this program, through the San Diego Partnership and the county, for 1 to 4 months of wage reimbursements at 100%. 5 to 6 months, the last 2 months are 75%. So it's been a win-win for many employers. And I will say, especially during COVID, with employers, you know, partially opened and then getting back to, you know, getting their businesses back up, very popular. And again, but for the ESE, for this Expanded Subsidized Employment Program, the participant is an actual employee. They are an employee. They are working at the site, and they're required for all the requirements of an employee. And it's usually full-time. We have had some part-time, but most of them are full-time opportunities. So any questions? Does anyone have any questions? That's the end of my presentation. I appreciate everybody's listening to this. And like I said, if you do have an opportunity for our customers that you want to present to me, just send me an email. I'll put my email in the chat, but send me an email and I will connect you with our job developers. We have job developers in each region that work specifically with employers on these programs so that we can make sure that our customers get every possible opportunity. Very successful. We've had some great success stories of folks literally turning their lives around through these programs. It's terrific to see. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Omar. If there's no questions, I appreciate
Carol,
it.
sounds like a great opportunity. I'm looking through the chat. I don't see any questions.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see. Is there any other way other than referrals to get people involved?
For participants, no, they have to go through the county. Everything has to go through the county. So they have to be, referred through the county for those services. And there's certain requirements the county has, obviously, before they send them to PCG. Now, for anyone, I know that this is all for South Bay, Central, downtown San Diego, and also out to East County. There is another contractor that provides services in North County. That's Equus. Everything north of Miramar is Equus. That's Oceanside and all, Carlsbad, that area, Escondido. But we are, for the South Bay and East County, we're the contractor for that. But yeah, it is a great program. And thank you so much for saying so. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks, Omar, for letting me share this information.
Of course. Carol, do you have time for one clarification question? They're asking about the referral process. How does one get a referral again?
They have to go through the FRCs, the county family resource centers. They have to apply for services for the county. So there's, obviously income requirements and that type of thing. That's why the county has, all those boxes have to be checked with them first.
And then the age range again for this program?
The age of our participants, well, as long as they have kids, they can that are under 18, they're, they qualify. As long as they're, income eligible and children with under 18, it's all families. What if if you're a single person and don't have any children, this isn't the program. This is only for families. It's temporary assistance to needy families.
Okay. So you're here. There's two other agencies on this presentation today that if they're single, no kids, you can apply to those two.
Exactly.
But this sounds like a great opportunity to build some skills and get paid as well. So thank you so much, Carol, again, for your time for this great presentation. Again, all this will be in the chat. If any of you want to follow up, all the script will be here. Let's see, our last presenter, we have Ms. Lisette Cervantes from the California Western School of Law. Do we have Lisette on the line?
Hi, I'm here. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Lisette. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. So thank you guys for giving me a little bit of time to present on community law projects. Is it okay if I share my screen?
Of course, yes.
Okay. So hopefully I'm doing this right. I don't use. Can everybody see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we're able to see it.
Great. So again, thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to present on Community Law Project. So like Omar said, I am part of a Cal Western School of Law nonprofit called Community Law Project. And what we do is we provide legal advice to low-income members in San Diego County. At the same time that we're providing that service, law students are able to learn basic skills of how to issue spot and work with low-income communities. So what happens is our students take a class at Cal Western. As part of that class, they have to participate in our legal clinics and meet with clients one-on-one. We were founded in 2005. So we've been around for a little while, and if you guys hear my dogs, I am sorry. I'm dog sitting today, and they're a little bit annoying. So what we provide is pro bono legal services, including legal advice, consultations, and referrals. The way that I like to look at CLP is that we're able to provide a roadmap to community members that are having a legal issue. So we, one, let them know if it is a legal issue and what, the options are and how to go about, pursuing those options. Like I said, we provide legal advice, consultations with specialty attorneys, and referrals. And if I didn't mention this before, this is completely free and open to the public. We don't have an appointment system or a waiting list. What happens is people show up to our clinics and we help people on a first come, first serve basis. It's kind of a pop-up situation. So all of our locations are students, tables and chairs, and we meet with clients there on the spot. Like I said, we target low-income populations because, those populations are the ones that can't access traditional services, but we don't turn people away. So if you show up to our clinic, we'll help you. Technically, and I kind of already said this, but technically, we are targeting specific populations. But again, as long as you show up, we will provide assistance. A little bit about how our clinics work. We are still doing a COVID screening questionnaire. So, if anybody shows any symptoms of COVID, we do ask that they come back at a different time. Then the client will sign in to our clinic and then be placed with the law student. Once they're placed with the law student, the client will sit one-on-one with the student and complete some intake forms. As part of those intake forms, clients do provide some basic demographic information like their address and phone number, their income, but we don't charge for our services. The reason why we ask for income, for example, or how many people live in the home is because if we are going to refer you to another agency, sometimes those agencies have income requirements or legal status requirements. And so we want to know that information before we send you to an agency that isn't going to provide you help. Okay. So we are located across San Diego County, including downtown, City Heights, North Park, and Solana Beach. Each site has a different scheduled date and time, but each clinic is run exactly the same way. No need to sign up, just show up to the clinic. Okay. These are some of the issues that come up frequently at the clinic. It's not all of the issues, but the ones that we see pretty often. Getting kicked out of low-income housing, how to file for child support, child custody, divorce, what to do with overdue bills or debt, when you start getting letters in the mail, how to get a criminal conviction off your record and whether you qualify. Sometimes infractions can get in the way of being able to apply for housing or being able to be employed. What are immigration options to allow me to stay in the United States, and is it worth, pursuing? I want to apply for some benefits, but I don't know if that's going to affect my ability to apply for citizenship in the future. What if somebody owes me money or got into a car accident or, damaged my property? Is there a way for me to get money from them? And what does that legal route look like? What happens if I receive an eviction notice from my landlord? What are my rights? What are, the steps that the landlord has to follow in order to do this lawfully? What to do if I owe back taxes and whether bankruptcy is a good option for me, how to create a will, should I create a will, what should be included in a will, what if an employer is not paying me for overtime wages or is asking me to work, without a break, what are my options? So like I said, these are some of the common issues, but we see all kinds of things. The other component of our organization is that we provide legal presentations to community groups. And these two, like our clinics, are completely free. And we usually focus on one legal topic and kind of a sub area of that legal topic. For example, if we're talking about family law, we might focus on the divorce process. If, you know, a group is interested in an immigration presentation, we'll go focus on DACA or paths to legalization, or, you know, something within that sub area. Our presentations are held at various community groups, various locations. We are able to do presentations live or via Zoom, and usually those presentations are done either by our volunteer law attorneys, which are the same ones that volunteer at our clinics, or sometimes they're assigned as projects for our students as part of class. Like I said, the presentations are free. The only thing that we ask for in terms of organizations is that they help us kind of spread the word and make sure that people show up. And that's the end of that presentation. I wanted to also just kind of show you guys what our website looks like, because it's always going to have our information, our locations, dates, and times. And this is updated regularly. So if there are clients that, you know, need services, they can look at our website and figure out which location is closest. Unfortunately, we don't have any locations in the South Bay, but one thing that we do every summer, you know, pre-COVID, we partner with other organizations to provide a one-time legal clinic, and we are actually partnered with your group to do a legal presentation on Wednesday, June 22nd. It's going to be at Rayo de Esperanza at Otay Elementary School, and this is going to work just like our regular legal clinics where people just show up. There's no need to make an appointment. They get paired up with one of our law students, and we are, you know, excited to have this one-time legal presentation, you know, with this group. Just like our regular clinics, we're going to have a Spanish-speaking interpreter there, a group of law students, and a supervising attorney, and it's going to be open to anybody in the community. Any questions?
Thank you, Lisa. Thanks so much again. I think we have some questions. They're from the previous questions, but if you have any questions, please drop it in the chat or raise your hand. I actually saw a hand raised earlier, but I think they lowered it.
Yeah, and so like I think Omar has the flyer for the upcoming legal clinic, which is, you know, coming up fairly quickly. So I know Omar will probably pass those out. But if you have any questions about the upcoming legal clinic, you know, for the South Bay specifically, feel free to reach out to me and I'm happy to answer those questions. In the meantime, you know, if there are community members that need legal help now and, you know, can't wait, feel free to send them to one of our other sites, and we'll see you guys hopefully soon in what is it, a couple weeks? I don't even know what day it is, but very, very soon.
It's next week, June 22nd.
Yeah.
Rayo de
Yeah,
Espe-
it's
yeah.
the corner.
But we'll share the flyer for sure. We'll send it out. It's there it is again posted. Thank you, Rebecca. So we look forward for you to send your clients or for you to come out. This looks like a great opportunity, and as people continue to have some issues, we're happy to partner and offer these services to help mitigate some of the questions that they might have. I said thank you so much for your time and for this great opportunity. So what we'll do is we're going to go into a raffle, our last one, and then we're going to go into public forum. So you have any announcements, please raise your yellow virtual hand, and I will call you in order. Ready to go. Am I the only one that wants to yell Wheel of Fortune? Congratulations, Aida. I promise it's not rigged. She's one of our wonderful staff members. We're gonna do one more so that people don't think it's rigged. You know, it is election time. I don't want people to say that we rigged the election. Veronica Aguilar, congratulations. All right, so let's go to public announcements. Let's see, do we have any public announcements? Mark Marconi.
Yeah, hi, sorry, I got stuck on mute there. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share real quick. Oh, good. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hello, everyone. I see some familiar faces on here, like Molina Healthcare, some organizations that I've worked with in the past. My name is Mark Marconi. I'm actually with the Vaccinate All 58 campaign at the California Department of Public Health. Our initiative's goal is to help increase COVID-19 vaccination rates and outreach at the whole state. The reason I'm here is I actually wanted to share a funding opportunity at VA 58 that we have known as the Neighborhood Partnership Program, NPP for short. I put in a short blurb about it in the chat as well. And a long story short, the MPP is basically up to $5,000 funding for smaller organizations that might be doing some COVID-19 vaccination outreach or education work. It can be applied in a lot of different ways, and we really want you to be unique in the way that you invest that funding. So if there's any COVID-19 vaccination outreach or education work that you might be doing or that you might like to take on, we invite you to apply for it. It's specifically not a grant. It's an agreement to carry out a COVID-19 vaccination outreach or education project that you might take on. And if there's any questions about it, please send me an email or reach out to the NPP team themselves. I put that information in the chat, and I'm happy to share it again as well.
See, I was on mute, so I did the same thing just right now. Thank you again, Mark, for such a great opportunity. Next, we have Nidia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nidia Castellanos-Groshi. I'm with the county's oral health program. I'm an RDA, and I'm always trying to promote oral health. And what we have developed messages, media messages that we would like to share with everybody. And I wanted to share, can I share my screen, Omar? Just to show you the messages. And eventually I can email you these messages also, so everyone can post them in their social media. And right now we are, let's see here. There you are. Can you see the messages?
Yes, we can see them.
Well, we have been promoting each message, and has a topic. It's June is Oral Health Month, and the first week we promote to remind you to maintain good oral health, brush your teeth, and then the week 2 that was last week, and this is promoting this oral health for everyone, even for people that are pregnant, but mothers with children. It's really important to, and then each message has a resource. You can click on the link, and it takes you to more information where you can have access to a dentist. And this week is oral health. This is oral health for everyone in the family, for youngs to old, and or seniors. And I'm a senior, so it's okay if I call myself old. And maintaining good oral health is the following week, and it's just all the information that you can share in your social media. And so yes. So this is what I would like to send you, Omar. Oh, there was an echo there.
Yes, sorry about that. Just a reminder, please mute yourself, but please send it over. We'll be happy to share with our team.
Yes, because the resources, you can get them in English and Spanish once you go into the link. and in different languages also. And of course, I want to promote Smile California also. If you need a dentist that takes Medi-Cal, and it has a lot of information in there that we can also, we even use those flyers in Smile California website because they're so useful. And so we're going to be promoting oral health, but I'm going to be promoting oral health for the rest of my life. Because teeth are supposed to last forever. And so,
That's
thank
a good
you.
quote. Thank you so much. Let's see, we have Paul Amons.
That would be me. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Omar, for this opportunity. My name is Paul Ammons, and I'm the CASA Outreach Coordinator with Voices for Children, and we're the only agency in San Diego and Riverside counties authorized to train support court-appointed special advocate volunteers, also known as CASAs. And so we're always looking for volunteers. So if you know anyone who wants to serve a youth in foster care with just 10 to 15 hours a month, you're more than welcome to email me. But specifically, I'm here to promote our Real Word Youth panel, and that's coming up on June 28th. And so this is a panel of current and former youth in the foster care system who share about their experiences while in care, and then also answer questions from the audience. So if you're interested in learning more about the stories of some of our youth in care, they are our best storytellers. You're more than welcome to email me, and I'll be happy to send you more information. I'll also plug that Mark Loretta, a former Padres baseball player, will be featured at this panel as he was a former CASA, and he'll share about his experiences as a volunteer. So if you have any questions about our program or the event, you're more than welcome to email me, and I'll put my email again in the chat. Thank you all so much.
Paul, thanks so much. Sounds like a great story time and a great opportunity for people to get involved. Thank you so much. And then we have our very own Ms. Lillian Hernandez.
Oops. Hi, everyone. My name is Lillian Hernandez, as Omar said, and I work for the Chula Vista Community Collaborative. And we have a group of promotoras that are volunteered. And this group of promotoras is gathered together to do a community educational session. And on June 17th, Friday, June 17th, but this Friday, we're going to have the topic's going to be about diabetes. This is, unfortunately, this is a Spanish class. We'll send the flyer, but they're going to tell us about Scripps is presenting, and they're going to be telling us about the different types of diabetes, how to prevent it, and how to control the chronic disease. So this is a very informative class, and hopefully you guys can send us some people over so that they can learn with us. Thank you. The class is going to be at 9:30 on June 17th.
In this location, the site location is posted here. Thank you so much, Rego, for finding this. We'll send this information out as well. Yeah, it's such a great opportunity. It's at New Directions, which is Rice Elementary. Such a great opportunity for families just to get education and awareness around this subject. Very appropriate, along with our one of our first presenters through the MIHA program. So the opportunities are there. Please encourage people to take advantage of them. Next, we have Bianca Orozco, followed by Monica Leiva.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bianca Orozco. I am a community and family liaison with Educational Enrichment Systems. We offer affordable childcare to low-income families. So this includes folks who may be facing homelessness, families who are actively seeking employment, or families who are in school. So if anyone's interested, I can put the flyer in the chat. I can share that with y'all, and I'll put my email as well. But we have open enrollment, and this is childcare for children between the ages of 2 and 5.
Thank you, Bianca. And yes, that's a good reminder. Please continue to add your information in the chat for these announcements so that all our members have the opportunity to get that information and reach out if they need you. Thank you, Bianca. Next, Ms. Monica Leiva.
Hi, good morning. My name is Monica Leiva. I do community relations for HealthNet's Covered California programs. We're currently looking for partners right now that are interested in hosting back to school events and health fairs. I'm going to go ahead and put my information in the chat box and you can reach out to me. Our Medi-Cal team is partnering with different organizations to help with like backpack events, but also to help give out COVID information, immunization information, and to have childhood screenings and then also adult screenings. So if you are interested or if you're partnering right now or coming up with ideas for back to school events, you can reach out to me to see if one of your organizations will be selected to help you with some of those back to school events. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And next we have Alex Real, followed by Delia Luna. So Alex.
Yes, thank you. So I just wanted to hop on here. My name is Alex Real. I'm a resource specialist with Child Development Associates. I'm part of the family resource team, and I just wanted to share that we have ongoing free and virtual workshops throughout the month. I'm going to share the link where anybody can access these workshops. They're not only for families that are in our AP program, but are open to the community. We do have a wide variety of topics scheduled, such as digital literacy and mental health workshops. Again, these are ongoing throughout the months up until the end of this year, and we offer them both in English and Spanish, and they are usually in the evenings we try to accommodate that working schedule. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me and I will put my my email address in the chat. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing out. And we have Luna from Real Choices.
Hi, yes, so nobody wants to say my name. It's Delia.
Delia,
But
I
I
gave you a shout
am
out first. That's all right.
so I just wanted to let you guys know that we are going to be having a parenting class intake session, and this is going to be done in a group setting. So if we have a lot of women that we ended up signing up for classes, and so we thought, let's do it in a group setting. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. It's going to be Thursday and Friday, different times. So please have them call so that they can sign up for which time that they want to go to. And during that time, they'll also be able to get diapers if they need it. We do have sizes 0 to 6 available for our diaper distribution, but this is to help them get into either our one-on-one or group classes or online parenting courses. That's it.
Thank you so much. And last hand I see is Giovanni Tech.
Hi, good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you for that Starbucks gift card. I feel very lucky to have won that gift card. So that's coffee is always good, right? So again, my name is Giovanni Tech. I am one of the program supervisors for the All of Us Research Program here at San Ysidro Health. Just a quick overview. The All of Us Research Program is a national research effort to develop precision medicine, right? Which is an approach to healthcare that considers an individual's lifestyle, environment, and genetic information in order to tailor medicine to their very specific needs, right? One of our goals is to include our communities in such an important national study by inviting our patients, but also community members in the South Bay and the San Diego County. We're providing support throughout the enrollment process. So if you guys know or are interested in learning more about the research program, please feel free to reach out. Our material is both in Spanish and English. So we're very open to collaborating with everyone in this call. I know we've had the opportunity to work with some of the folks in this call, but we're looking forward to that. Our current enrollment sites are located in Chula Vista and mostly in the South Bay, but on August 3rd, our team is expanding to it's opening a new site in Alpine, California. So, as we expand and attempt to increase our program exposure in this region of the county, we're very excited and interested in collaborating with other community organizations that provide services in the East County. So, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you guys, just keep us in your mind as you guys coordinate, and, if you have offer any services in the East County, please feel free to reach out. We're more than happy to collaborate with you guys. So Again, I'll leave my information on the chat. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. But thank you for the opportunity to quickly share some of our program.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Tech, and congratulations again on your coffee card.
Thank you.
And then we have Ana Lozano.
Thank
Hi,
you,
Ana.
Omar. Good morning, everyone. Ana Lozano with Molina Healthcare. I just felt like I had to plug in the Medi-Cal expansion. So that's my world right now. I'm really making sure that all families are aware that people that are 50 and older are now eligible to full scope Medi-Cal, no matter immigration status. So it's very important to let our community know, especially the South area where we have a lot of our families. If a mother already or a father already has Medi-Cal for their children, all they have to do is ask to be added to that case. So they don't have to do a new application. If they had emergency Medi-Cal, it had to be converted into the full scope. If for whatever reason they're in that situation, they can call their county worker and get that. And the most important thing with that, they now have access to our health plans, Molina being one of the plan of choices that they can choose. And with that, they get all the services that anyone else that has regular Medi-Cal has access to. So please share, spread the word, let the families know, because we know how important, I think we all said it here, health is so important for our community. So we want to make sure they have access to that and have the full scope Medi-Cal if they are eligible for it. So thank you very much. And I'll share the flyers with Rebecca. I know I dropped off some at the FRC, but I'll share it electronically if she wants to send it out. Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Ana. Always great to hear from you. I don't see any other hands. This is kind of your last chance. All right. I guess there are no other hands. Do you guys want to do one last flyer for the remaining few? I mean, I'm not flyer. I'm sorry. One last raffle from Wheel of Fortune. Let's do one last one to send this off. Okay, and Amanda Jimenez, congratulations. All right, so to close it off, just wanted to, unfortunately, it starts me all the way in the beginning. Just a reminder, you can find our information online, whether we're on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, LinkedIn, or directly to our website. You can find all 5 of our locations if you need any services or if you'd like to collaborate or partner on any projects. We don't have a meeting in July, but our next meeting in August will be in person. So we're going to have our first in-person meeting in a long time. It is going to be at the location that we used to have them in person, which is at the South Bay Pioneers. So big thank you to them. So we will send the reminders and the times and all that information again to this group. Just to remind everybody that, again, it'll be in person. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in person and really get to see everyone and have a lot of opportunities to talk and dialogue then. And then lastly, this is my 4th month here as a director, and I just want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to all our staff members. Such a great team, everybody that's hung out and really kept the collaborative going during the ebb and flow of COVID and just putting themselves out there to help out the community. So I'll scroll down. I know these are pictures they all love. So we'll name one by one. We have Miss Ross, and you've heard me say Rebecca Enriquez a bunch of times. She's a real person. She's not just an AI. We have Rocio Romero, who's here on our site, Karina Navarrete, Rosalba Naya, who's at one of our FRCs, Maria Orozco, Joana Ramirez, Elsa Servín, Gabby Ruano, Lilian Hernandez, and then we also have from another team, Carlos Corona, Veronica Aguilar, who won one of the cards, congratulations, Elizabeth Berry, and Aida Mesa. Truly have made a wonderful transition for me and have made my time here very enjoyable. And without them, I don't think that the collaborative would have survived. So thank you, round of applause, and a huge shout out to our team. And with that, we'd like to say thank you and enjoy your weekend. If we don't see you between now and then, and we hope you have a great summer and sign up your kids to a lot of those programs and get some of your kids some jobs. You saw a lot of job opportunities, so get them on and enrolled. So thank you very much and have a great rest of your day.